What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod, and I'm a full-time eBay and Poshmark seller. And in today's video, I want to share 20 items that sold on eBay in the month of January so far. Now, so far the month of January has been really strong, and I've been shipping out at least 5 to 6 packages every day. So I'm definitely looking forward to see how the month turns out. But like I said before, sometimes sales comes in waves and then it tends to slow down. So we'll see how it turns out. But if you guys are interested in these kind of what so videos, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos. And without further ado, let's just get right into it. Alright y'all, so starting things off is this pair of Skechers Shapeups, and I picked these up for about $5 and they sold for $35 plus shipping. And these were in really good condition. Definitely just a minor scuff here and there, but overall these were in really good shape. So I was happy that they sold as fast as they did. And I used to make a little more for Skechers Shapeups, but now I guess the market is kind of oversaturated, so I usually get anywhere between 40 and 50 bucks for these. So this was definitely a good sale, and since I only paid $5, I definitely made some good profit. Next up is this pair of Dry Joys golf pants, and I'm pretty sure these pants are just to be worn while you're playing golf. But Dry Joys pants always sell for decent profit. These ended up selling for $45, so this was definitely a good sale. And I had these for a little over a month, so I was surprised that it took as long to sell. But I only paid about $5 for these pants, so it was definitely still a very good flip. Next up is this vintage Iron Maiden t-shirt, and it's not super vintage. This one was actually dated 2002, so it's definitely not like a very vintage or original shirt by any means, as you guys can see from the tag that it's printed on. But these shirts still sell for decent money. I picked this one up for about $2.50 and it ended up selling for $20 plus shipping. I'm starting to change up my model a little bit. When it comes to items priced less than $20, I'm trying not to accept any offers. I'm just trying to price my stuff as competitively as possible, and that way it can sell. Next up is this cleansing conditioner from When by Chaz Dean, and I find these in my thrift store fairly often. But this one sold for $25. I used to make a little more from these, but I guess just like most things, the market tends to get a little oversaturated. So like I said, this one only sold for $25, and I didn't accept any offers on this either. And anytime I don't accept offers, that's when I offer free shipping, as you guys can see right here. So I made $25 on this, and the cost of shipping was about $6.90 since I put it in a padded flat rate envelope. Next up is this Apple Magic keyboard, and this one is actually dope. This one is the rechargeable one that uses the same charger as most iPhones. So this one makes a little more money, and I sold this one for $44.99. I probably could have made some more money for this if the D wasn't scratched, but I definitely still made some decent profit since I only paid about $10 for this keyboard. So overall, this was definitely a very good sale. And as you guys can see from the pictures, I wanted to make sure that the person knew that it was working. So I took a picture with the cap locks key on, that way they can see the green light. And then I took another picture without the light, just to make sure that the buyer knows that everything was in working condition. And luckily this one shipped first class, that's why I also offered free shipping and I wasn't accepting any offers. Next up is this vintage briefcase, and it sold for $40 plus shipping. And before I sold it, I actually used some shoe cream just to get rid of some of the scuffing and some of the scratches. But overall, it was in fairly good condition for its age. But the good thing is a lot of people kind of appreciate these type of leather goods because it has a natural patina, and a lot of the scratches and the scuffs, most people don't really mind that too much. So like I said, I had it for over a month. I paid $5 and made $40 plus shipping. Next up is this pair of cool Jetstream pants, and this is my first time finding this pair of pants from the brand Cool, but overall I do sell a lot of their shirts and a lot of their jackets, so it definitely is a popular brand in my area. It's similar to Prana and Patagonia because it's more of like an outdoorsy brand. So if you guys see this logo anywhere, definitely pick it up because the shirts also sell for good money, especially some of their zip-up sweaters. And I made $50 on this one. I got a few offers for about $40, but since I was the only one that was selling these exact pants in this size, I definitely wanted to hold off and get the full asking price. So someone eventually just paid $49.99 plus the $7 shipping. Next up is this denim jacket from Pilcrow and the letterpress. And once I saw this denim jacket, I knew it was good quality even before I saw the brand. And Pilcrow in the letterpress is an Anthropology brand, so it definitely has some good value on it as well. And I thought this was actually going to sell faster on Poshmark, but it sold within about 3 weeks here on eBay. So I was definitely happy about that. And I spent about $6 or $7 on this jacket. Next up is this Kuwait Air Purifier. And this one was in excellent working condition. It just didn't have a filter included. But if I did have a filter, I probably could have made a little more money, maybe $150 or $160. But this one ended up selling for $110 plus $30 shipping. And just a good overall sale. I think I spent $15 for this filter, so I was definitely happy to make some good money on this. And I put economy shipping, but I shipped this out via FedEx Smart Post, so that was just a good way to save some money on shipping. Next up is this Filson wool overshirt, and Filson is definitely one of my favorite brands to sell. I don't find it often, but anytime I do, it always sells for good money. So definitely be on the lookout for Filson. They sell a lot of boots, leather jackets, leather bags. They sell a ton of stuff. So just be on the lookout for Filson because they are a very good brand, very popular, and they always sell for good money. And I actually ended up getting this one from Crossroads in my area. So I spent about $40, but I got it because I traded some stale inventory. So even though it was $40, the value of the things that I traded was probably like 20, so I definitely won in that trade overall. Next up is this pair of Hoka One Ones, definitely one of my favorite brands to sell, and this is actually the first time I sold this model, so I priced it fairly high, $89.99, because it was in excellent condition. It probably was worn maybe once, maybe twice, definitely not worn anything more than that. So definitely be on the lookout for any Hoka One Ones, especially the Tour Summit model, because these demand a lot more money. And like I said, it was my first time selling this model, but I sell Hoka One Ones at least 5 or 6 times a month. Next up is this North Face jacket for women, and this is one of the 3-in-1 jackets because it has like a removable fleece lining, and you can wear the fleece by itself, or you can put the fleece in the jacket to make it just a warmer piece overall. And this one sold for $40 plus shipping, so I'm definitely happy about this sale. And I believe I was able to squeeze this in a padded flat rate envelope, so I definitely made a couple more bucks off of shipping. Next is this very old GoPro Hero. I believe this was the first GoPro, and I picked this up for about $5, and it still worked really good. I actually purchased this a while ago for myself, but the overall quality just wasn't that great, so I decided to sell it. And I actually forgot about it. It was in my inventory for so long that it kind of just got lost. But it didn't take long for this to sell. It sold within about 2 days, and I remember I paid $5 and it sold for $31.99. It only cost about $3 to ship, so this was definitely a very good flip. Next up is this Robert Graham shirt, and this one was a limited edition silk shirt. So I usually don't make this much money on most of my Robert Graham shirts that I sell. But like I said, since this one was silk, this one demanded a much higher price point. And I had this listed on Poshmark as well. And I got a couple offers on there, but on eBay is definitely where it sold the fastest, and it sold for the most amount of money. So anytime you guys get any of these Robert Graham silk shirts, I suggest you try putting it on eBay first and then put it on Poshmark, because people are willing to spend a little more for these shirts here on eBay. Next up is these Prince tennis sneakers, and these were in amazing condition, and I had them for a little over a month. I had these listed on Poshmark as well, and I had no activity whatsoever on these. But on eBay, someone picked it up for full asking price of $39.99 plus shipping. And thankfully, I was able to squeeze these in a padded flat rate envelope. So I made a couple bucks off of shipping as well. Next up is the Nike Flyknit Racer. And this shoe used to be very, very popular. But now overall, the hype has kind of died down. So I still was glad that I made $64.99 on these. I believe I paid $10 for these in my thrift store, and honestly, if these were in my size, I probably would have kept them. But I made a good amount of money for these shoes, so I was definitely happy to sell them. And like I said, the Flyknit Racer used to be super popular, and you used to be able to make at least $100 even if they were used. But now the hype has died down quite a bit, so you definitely won't be able to make that much money from these anymore. But if you see them in your area and you can get them for a good price, I suggest that you guys pick them up, because these still sold for some good money. Next up is this Barber plaid shirt, and this shirt sold within about 24 hours. So at first I thought I priced it too low, but after checking the comps again, these shirts usually do sell somewhere around 30 to sometimes 40 bucks. So I definitely feel like I made some good money on this shirt. I picked it up for about $6, and honestly this shirt is really dope in my opinion. I think it's perfect time to sell these type of shirts, and these are probably going to be one of the few shirt brands that I'll be selling from now on, because shirts do take a very long time to sell sometimes depending on the brand. So I'm really trying to figure out which shirt brands sell the best and just focus on those instead of loading up my inventory with a bunch of plaid shirts. Next is this Maine shirt, and this shirt will always be in my inventory as long as I can find them. I actually picked up 2 of these shirts in the exact same colorway, same size, same condition, and that was just crazy to me. But at first I had these listed for $49.99 with free shipping. That was up for a whole month, and once the 30 days was up, I lowered the price to $44.99, and within a couple days both shirts ended up selling. So I paid $5 each and they sold for $44.99. Now this is the first time that I ever sold this brand, but the first time I touched it I instantly knew that it was a good quality sweater and it was worth some good money. So this is the name of the brand. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but just touching it, it was definitely made from 100% linen, and it had like a very, to me it had a very nice color to it. So I figured somebody would really appreciate this. So I priced it fairly high. I priced it for about $129, and it ended up selling for $115 plus $8 for shipping. And I was able to put this in a padded flat rate envelope. So like I said, be on the lookout for this brand because it always sells for good money. And this is the first time I found this brand, so hopefully I find some more of these sweaters and just keep making some good money off of this brand. And last but certainly not least, the find of the month so far is this vintage 10 deep jacket. And I actually picked this jacket up from a Buffalo exchange, and I just traded some stale inventory as usual. But they was asking about $48 for this jacket. So I traded some pants and some old sneakers that wasn't moving, and I was able to get this jacket. Mine sold for $140 plus shipping, but I do think this one sold for such a high price because it was a really good size, and overall it was in a really good condition. So if you guys see this same exact 10 deep jacket, I suggest that you pick it up. But other 10 deep jackets, the ones that don't have leather, don't really sell for that much profit. Alright y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos. And if you got any comments or any questions, definitely go ahead and drop them in the comment section, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.